Yeah, you can possibly see I've fast forwarded a little bit here because for me, somebody who hasn't had much experience at all assembling a watch, I normally work on clocks, so working on watches is very small scale, so getting the second hand on was a little bit tricky for me, so I took a bit longer than expected. It took me about 3 or 4 goes, and in the end I actually used the hand tool with a tiny bit of the Rubico on the end to pick up the second hand, place it, feel for the shaft and then pop it down. Whether or not that's an acceptable method, it's not one of the 3 that they recommend in the video, but it worked for me, and all the hands are now on and aligned. The chaptering is on, that has little feet and holes at the 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock to align it. I've been cleaning the case. I've obviously taken the crown out again, so the crown has been removed by pressing the little button on the back. So now it's time to put the movement in the case. Now I've used the tools provided, which are the cleaning cloth and some pegwood to clean any greasy stains off the watch. Rubico is very good at getting off grease marks and fingerprints and things, and you have to be careful not to press too hard because I don't want to pop the glass out. I'm sure I couldn't. No idea how well they're held in place, but I have given it a good clean, and I've also used the pump provided to clean any dust out, and I've also cleaned the dial and hands, etc. as much as I can. I can't see anything on there that will annoy me in the future. What you don't want to do is put it all together and find there's a little speck of dirt in there that you forgot to get out. So the next thing we're going to do is put the movement into the case. Obviously using the crown position there, so it's going to go on like that. There is at the 9 o'clock position on the back of the movement holder, there's a little notch that fits into a little recess on there to help you line it up. So I'm just that's gonna be put into there. Movement's going in the case, but I'm just going to have a triple check with my glasses on to make sure everything is properly clean before I move to that step. So I'll just put you on pause for a second. Okay, everything looks to be clean, so I'm ready to go for this. Now this chaptering has a little, when you use the NH34, by the way, this is, I said it was an NH35 before, but the movement in this watch is an NH34. With this watch you need a little spacer on the chaptering, which just pops on there. And now I'm just going to place that on there. What I don't want to do is handle the rotor in the back of the sensitive parts of the movement, so I'm going in from the 9 o'clock position first to get that notch in, and then I'm just going to feel my way around to get this in properly. I can see it's not in properly anyway. Let's feel that notch. Okay. I need to get my head closer to the watch, so I'm just going to press pause for a second while I push this in. Again, I'm being really careful not to press on the rotor to certainly go nowhere near the hairspring. Okay, bear with me. Okay, this is now in, and I'm happy with it, and I'm trying to put my fingers either side of the movement mount when I turn it over. What I'm trying to make sure here is that the on the chapter ring there's a 12, 3, 6 and 9 sort of markers, and I'm trying to make sure that these markers are in line with the correct, the triangle of the 12. Make sure that that point there of the top mark on the chapter ring is in line, and the same with the 6 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just making sure that they're in line, and I'm really happy that everything is in line. So the next thing to do is to introduce the looking through the camera then. Introduce the crown. Actually, that's gone in. It's gone in really well. And I want to make sure that that's not off center at all. If you imagine if the movement was slightly skewy one way or the other, then that wouldn't be coming straight into the movement. Again, all this is covered in the video. I think I'm happy with that. Well, everything's moving smoothly. Just going to put it up to 12 o'clock midday. Pop it in. Seconds are, I'm checking the second hand. I know it's a decent distance because I can see, but if I'd put the second hand on incorrectly, maybe it was sticking up a bit or too high, it could be catching on the crystal, but that's okay. Right, so next things we're going to do quickly, well not quickly at all, I'm going to clean the case back. I'm going to get the bezel ready, bezel insert. I'm going to get the all important, super important gasket, which is going to sit in the little gutter here. So that's going to go in there. The case back's going to go on. I'm going to use a case back tightening tool to just make sure it's going on smoothly. And then, believe it or not, I'm nearly there. Back in a minute. So this is a quick summary of my experience. Was it easy? No. Was it hard? No. It was a challenge for me. I haven't got the best eyesight in the world, and I haven't got the steadiest hand in the world. All things that watchmakers probably need. But that challenge has made it all the more rewarding to have done and completed. And what I've now got is a watch that I will wear proudly and tell people that I built it. I can confidently wear it in and out of the water, I can swim in it, and yeah, doesn't it look great? I think it does. So I'd just like to say thanks to the guys at DWC for sending it to me and giving me the experience to build it. If you want to try and build your own, then I highly recommend it, and I would strongly recommend the DWC DIY Watch Club as a place that you go to look. If you follow the links to chronodivers.com, and then in the main menu it says build your own, and that's where you'll find the links to all the watches there. So there we go. My experience of DWC and the DIY Watch Club. This is the end result. A GMT Batman diver that I am very happy with. Thank you for watching, thank you for bearing with me. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and hopefully there'll be many more to come. Thank you. Goodbye.